guys, thank you so much for all the subscribers I got in a matter of a few days. Might not seem like a lot to you, but to me it is. And I promise I'll never treat you guys like KJ treated Caroline. You know, Caroline didn't deserve to be spoken to like that. That whole Eminem, the Eminem gate where she was like, crunch. Oh, my M&Ms bother you? Crunch. That made me cringe on levels you'll never understand. I have something called misophonia, right? Probably never heard of it. Probably should go Google it. It's really interesting. Misophonia. And what it is little noises like swallowing, chewing, crunching, things of that nature. They make me rage out sometimes. And if I don't like the person, it seems to intensify. So you can only imagine how, Katie Joy made me feel. And I'm pretty, that's why I can relate to Caroline here, When you have something like you literally can't help, especially Caroline, who is supporting this woman, who is, buying things from her, showing her support, monetary support, all even nice. And the way she asked Katie to stop chewing the M&Ms, she was like, hey, I think you're really good at what you do, but like, can you not? It's really distracting, And I wish I had the tact that Caroline has, man. This girl got her point across like no other. I wish I embodied that kind of tact, man. You see me, I'm like, hey, Katie, go fuck yourself. That's me. But Caroline over here is all sweet about it. Still can't get an apology. Let's check it out.
Now, I'm autistic. And with your son being autistic, you probably know that a lot of autistics have issues with filtering out sensory stuff. So things that other people can just kind of, it's called habituation, get used to or block out, like the seam in your sock or the humming of the refrigerator. A lot of autistics have trouble blocking that out. And so you were loudly chewing on the M&Ms, and it wasn't just one M&M, you had a bunch of them. And I get that, you're doing a live stream, you get hungry, you get thirsty, but it was really distracting to me. And whenever I give someone criticism, I try to sandwich it, so I don't just, go out and say negative stuff. And I started the comment with, I love your Duggar content, I like your show, keep doing what you're doing, but I'm finding the M&Ms really distracting. I didn't even ask you to stop, I just said, hey, I'm finding this distracting. And instead of being like, oh, okay, I get it, this isn't what my fans are liking, you'd call me Carolyn instead of Caroline. I think that pronouncing someone's name correctly is really a way to show them respect. But, we've never talked in person. How would you know that L-I-N-E spells line? So you had said something like, okay, well, you don't like it, don't watch it. Don't ever watch a mukbang, and I don't watch mukbangs. Like I said earlier, there's 100 hours per second being uploaded every second, and I choose what I watch. So I'm choosing to watch commentary. I'm choosing to watch what's being labeled as intelligent and funny. I'm not choosing to watch a mukbang because I think it's gross and it's distracting. So, and then you'd said something like, you don't have to announce your departure. You don't like it, just leave. And that made me feel really unappreciated. After that, I unsubscribed because I felt like, well, if she is going to, shove a handful of M&Ms in her mouth after I tell her that it's distracting, and then I'm trying to listen to her content, then, maybe there's other things that I can watch. There are other people who are not getting drunk while reporting stories that I can watch. And so I left. And I unsubscribed, and I know that right now that you are wanting to blame some of your lack of subscriptions on the lawsuit or on other channels that are commenting, and I want you to know that the reason I unsubscribed wasn't because of what anyone else said. It was because of how you, as a creator, treated me as your viewer.
My bad. She didn't even ask her to stop chewing the M&Ms. She just said it bothered her. So that's even worse. And do you think that KJ has apologized or Caroline up on the low and been like, hey, sorry about that? I didn't think that, that was what was really happening. No, because she's a selfish person. And she forgets. Listen, KJ, you are not the Kim Kardashian of YouTube. We don't tune in to see how you live your life, see what food you're eating, see what you're drinking. No, okay? Some people might give a crap about that. When I tuned in, it was to see you report on things such as Teen Mom, whatever. Okay, nobody wants to watch a mukbang, trust me. You and a mukbang combined would be like my worst nightmare, and I'm pretty sure Caroline's as well. So maybe have some consideration, kind of like, you know, your son is autistic, you should know better. Your not quote unquote non-verbal son who we heard talking one day. Yeah, you know that son, that kid right there, the one who said he was in a room for 10 hours and was hungry. Yeah, that kid. Remember him? Yeah, him. But anyways, shout out to my subscribers. I am very flattered that you guys are interested enough to hear what I have to say. If you have any requests for videos, if you liked my KJ's bad lip reading video, thought it was funny, let me know. Maybe I'll make another one. See, everybody, well, a couple people, not everybody, have said to me, yo, you really don't like this lady, huh? And I'm like, listen, I used to like this lady. I used to tune into her. I used to watch her until I figured out who she was. Because once you see somebody for the narcissist that they are, you realize that everything they do is part of like an act, you know? You can't unsee it. Once you see someone as a narcissist, you cannot unsee it. Okay, you start to see their little act. You start to see how if people don't stick to the script and play their roles, they get booted. They get booted left and right. You are replaceable, okay? Subscribers in this day and age are not just replaceable like that. You shouldn't be telling people, if you don't want to hear me chew M&Ms, then you probably should leave. Like, that's rude. That's rude. This woman has bought things. She has bought shirts, merch. I mean, come on. Get a grip on reality. You know, you've got your members only chat going on, which means that these people are paying to be there. And if you're doing something that, you know, is irrelevant to the topic at hand, like, put it this way. You don't let anybody in comments get out of subject, all right? Hey, stay on subject. Stay on subject. We got to talk about, I don't want you talking about this, okay?
Eva, we are going to move on. So can you guys, moderators, please move on from the talk about the cats. It's distracting the chat. Okay. So we are going to ask everyone talking about my cat to move on. It's completely irrelevant to what this discussion is right now. Okay, so
the reason why the first thing, but I kind of knew that Katie was a narcissist and, you know, basically just playing a role and acting and being a jerk. But one time in one of her chats, it was a regular chat, it wasn't a members only, it was a long time ago, she was like telling us what we could and could not talk about, and I was like, yo, what are you, my teacher? Like, come on, class, like, everybody, you know, pay attention. Like, no, this is a comment section, okay? You run the live, all right? You don't get to tell people what they are allowed to talk about in a chat. I'm sorry, you just don't. It's so rude, you know? That's like one of the main reasons that made me walk away. I was like, who does this lady think she is? Ain't nobody gonna tell me what to do. Nope. I'm here. I'm listening. You know, you got my view. Whether I chat about you or chat about your subject, you're still gonna get the view. So what does it even matter? Like, what does it matter? As long as I'm not doxing anybody like you know, what's the problem here? And of all people, KJ should know what it's like to get distracted. She gets distracted all the time.
The way that comments move on Instagram, I can't focus because with my ADHD, I just see flying words and I'm trying to focus on what I'm saying, and then I get off track and then I get distracted. So it's just easier for me not to have the comments on. But do you hate drama like I do? Well, I'm 41 and I don't love like petty drama at all. Like, I don't really like drama in general.